The first question comes from Soul Alchemy Now, and it says, any advice on how to co-parent with someone who knows nothing about his own source connection and who is fundamentally different than me in every way?
If you are residing in your mind and you live there, then the dialogues in the mind, they're real. They build the walls and the furniture of this house. You believe those identities, those stories. If you move beyond or move out of the mind, you are taking up residence somewhere else, in the lighthouse. The awareness, your observation. If you are residing more in blue-ray light, which is outside of the mind, then there will be no need for comparisons. It will just be a phenomenon that comes up in the mind, and you will notice it. The answer then lies beyond the comparison, the label of the mind. Athella gives to you the highest answer from a 12th dimensional perspective, which often will not satisfy the human mind at this stage. In the future, that's different. However, for now, the mind looks for an answer that will appease the mind. The mind will never be satisfied. Just ask it. It is only beyond the mind that you will find this answer. Beyond the mind in blue-ray light, totally engulfed in light, there are no comparisons. And whatever action is required, whatever change or modification, that will be made apparent, and you will slip into that consciousness.
The next question is from Lena Sharikina, and it says, how can we better understand what is our mission in this lifetime?
What's more important, more vital than understanding your mission is knowing yourself as light in the moment, right now. Yes, it is fascinating to have information around why you are here on the planet during this incarnation and to what end. That's fascinating information and useful, as your compass will be pointed towards different activities and human activities. Athella is not negating the need for, at times, to check in with the overall plan of you. However, for the most part, the attention can be placed on here and now, being. The primary point is knowing that you are light energy right now and living from within that. We could say living inwardly and upwardly. When you know yourself to be light, thoughts are secondary. Thought and the story around your mission of your life takes second place. And it doesn't have that much importance. Yes, it's interesting. It's just not so primary. What is primary is felt embodiment, feeling light, and knowing that you are one with light. You are not separate from the whole collective consciousness of light. In this way, much can be revealed to you regarding your mission. You will be living your mission. When you know yourself as light, your mission is complete. Then you stop searching for things. The realization is within, and you will be guided to certain ideas or activities or teachings. Ideally, the difference between living in a storyline and living in light is made very plain and clear here. Warrior, do you understand what Athella is trying to point to?
Yes, I understand that.
The next question is from the Tippity Top, and it says, could you please speak upon the subject of extra-dimensional interdimensional ban that is still upon our planet and when that might be lifted?
The reference to the grid and the grids is made here. The fire grid, the bandwidth of consciousness banding and gridding around the earth, denotes higher, more flexible aluminum intelligences, AI. Aluminum, yes, you heard correctly. And the very silvering, silver lining nature of consciousness. What is the quality of this in frequency? There is a Hertz frequency associated with this grid. What you can know with your human mind is that it can be measured. We can see definitively the rise of consciousness of humanity, and the grid is responding to that. There is a blanketing of intermixed dimensions that blankets and coats your entire experience. Athella and the Syrians are most interested in how humans will relate to Blu-ray light and take it into use for their growth, stimulating those higher cells of psychic faculties and using them for service. Service means healing, helping, assisting, drawing forth the light and channeling it out through many different methods and mediums so that all are raised and appraised in light. The grid continues to grow and is dynamic and breathing. Its breathability is unmatched. It's unfathomable. It's been growing since you humans have developed and arrived on the scene. There have been times in the history of planet Earth where we have seen a retraction of the grid, and it has receded back, falling down into the crevices of ice and carbon during ice ages, and dormancy, hibernation. Now we are in the cusp of Lion's Gate, 8/8/2021, and we are seeing a heating up, a broadening, a breathing outwards of the bandwidth of the grid. And that is because more and more humans are seeing and perceiving Blu-ray light. Syrians combining their love vibration with the hearts of human beings, and together we are building a new kingdom, and the earth is being reborn. And thus, the dynamic aluminum, the blanketing, the grid itself, is heating up and it's expanding. It will continue to be this way. That's all that human beings need to know about this for now.
Thank you, Athella. Is there any other message you want to share with us before we conclude?
with great love and understanding how human nature has a tendency for thinking. Athella invites you to be. Being or blueing is coming into the Blu-ray light consciously, moment by moment. Invite Blu-ray light into your existence. Do your very best to not identify with mind games, fear demia, fear injections, lower frequency of ego. Do your very best to rise above, to disengage from it, and just be in Blu-ray light. Hang out with Athella and the Syrians. We are here for you. You can find us in the sky. You can find us everywhere in your pop human culture, on the streets, in the cars, in the shopping malls, in the apparel that you wear, in the media. You can find Blu-ray light angelically guiding you to rise above so much thinking. Honor your connection with being in blue right now. Let this information soak in and take it out into your day. And so it is. Ding dong. Perfectly timed, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I live in front of a church and there are bells ringing every 15 minutes, so that's what you heard right now.
Feel the Blu-ray emission transmitting and let it soak and coat you and absorb it. That's the design of Blu-ray light. Healing, loving you, appraising you.
Thank you for your words, Athella, for your energy, and
Ending transmission now.
welcome back.
Thank you. Watering here. I feel like I've been crying or something.
How do you feel when you come back?
Oh, I just feel so happy. Thank you, Athella. Thank you, beautiful Eduardo.
Thank
Lovely.
you. Thank you.
Hello. If you have a question for Athella, you can leave your questions in the comments of this video, and I will be taking some of these questions for the next video. Just let's try to avoid polemic questions because we can be censored by YouTube. We can focus more on general questions so everyone can benefit from Athella's answers. And also, if you want to know more information about private sessions where you can ask some personal questions, you can go to athella.org and you will have information about private sessions and retreats with Athella. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel somewhere in a red button somewhere down here. And you can also get the Syrian Handbook. This is a book written by Athella, and I will leave the link to this book in the description of this video. And that's all for today. See you in the next video.